Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So today we are in the backyard actually. I went ahead and set up camp here. The reason why is because we've got some new products and stuff that we want to test out and things like that before we go out into the woods. Alright, it's safer to test out your products near the home in case something goes wrong. So what we do have today, we have a couple of items here coming from Bigfoot Bushcraft. Now what we have, they sent us some sample kits and stuff. This is the fire plug. This is the sample kits fire plug set that they sent us. They also sent us a nice little container for your fire plugs. Nice little tin. Easy screw on cap. And they also sent us their brand of Ferrocerium rod here. This is a extra thick Ferrocerium rod with a hardwood handle. Comes with a striker tool, steel striker tool, and they've even sent additional ones with paracord. Now, what's different about this particular Ferrocerium rod and other ones, the striker tool. The striker tool itself has a sharp edge, and it's actually raised up on one edge and makes it easier for striking. So basically, you're kind of like taking a knife's edge to your Ferrocerium rod to create more sparks. So what we want to do, guys, we want to get a fire going. I want to test some things out. The fire plugs themselves are waterproof, so we're going to test that out too. How well do they, how long do they last? How much water can you get onto it? So we're going to get these things wet, and we're going to try it out and make sure everything works correctly. I will tell you this much, guys. I'm impressed with the quality of everything so far from the Ferrocerium rod that I have seen. It's extra thick. I have used many years these thinner ones and things like that. I've used them for many years, so I know the skill level and exactly what I need to use to make them strike. But I've also seen inexperienced people attempting Ferrocerium rods, and they're real thin and break them every single time. So especially for beginners alone, this is freaking nice. It's probably a ½ inch thick. So we have the travel tin that they sent us, guys. Took the top off. I'm going to go and open up our package here. It's got a Ziploc baggy top. Looks like it's Mylar on the inside. All right. So I have seen these products before. It looks like a cotton wad. It actually looks like the end of a cigarette filter, except it's much larger. I would say it's roughly 1.5 inches long. Now, there is no harsh chemical smell. I do smell something in it, but it's not a harsh chemical smell. So what I want to do is load up our tin here. So they did send us quite a bit. Now they have many different size packets of these that you can actually purchase. I believe this is the sample pack, which is like 30. They've got 100. I think the other one's 200. So you can actually buy in bulk and save you some money on that way. And that way you always have them. But we're going to load this up right fast, and we'll test these things out. Alright guys, so we've got our travel tin loaded up. I usually fit 25 of the fire plugs in this. So, there's plenty of room, easy to access. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of these things, guys. Now, these things are waterproof. Now, what I have here, the bottom of my canteen, that's the nesting cup. Got our canteen full of water here, guys. So let's just see how well this thing is. All right, so we are soaking it down, as you guys can see right here. All right, set my canteen back over there. Now, supposed to break it up, kind of fluff it up in the inside here. Breaking up these materials. I think maybe there's some type of wax involved in this, which is also a really good item to have. All right, so we have fluffed up our material, and now what we're going to do, we're going to bring the camera over here, guys. Oh, wow, that was quick. So we've got our plug on fire here, our fire plug. I'll turn this light up here so you guys can see that. Now, we're going to start a timer right now, guys, and I'm going to try to time everything out, because these things are supposed to burn for up to 5 minutes, which is very essential if you got wet, damp conditions. We had a lot of dew and stuff come in, so our material is wet, and we will be starting a fire with it. But we want to go ahead and set this on fire and time it out. So we'll check that out. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and time this out. So you break it and you kind of twist the ends together just like this. Now we have a nice little surface to ignite. So now what we're going to do, we're going to run our stopwatch and we're going to time this out. So they said around 5 minutes of burn time on one of these things. So let's give it a shot and let's see. I will be fast forwarding for you, but we'll keep the ticker in there so you guys can see. Alright, so we're still on fire here. I just want to take the clock closer to you guys. We're 4 minutes and 21 seconds in. Set this back over here. All right, guys, 4 minutes, 59 seconds, and set 0.75. There's still a little, I mean, we still got coals down here. With coals, you can still create fire, but awesome. So it does hold up to the 5 minutes. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start a fire. We're gonna go ahead and pull one of these fire plugs out. Again, we'll break it in half. Is what, and we're not actually breaking it in half, but we're just bending it so that the materials that they've got inside this thing separates. Fluff up the center just like that. I'm gonna set her down right there. We got our Ferrocerium rod here. I just spilled water all over everything. Friggin' genius sometimes. That actually did catch. Yep, so we're just going to let that go just the way it is. Let the fire do its thing. And now, what we're going to do, we're going to get ourselves our little fire going here. Using our fire plug. So, all right. So we're able to produce fire and stuff with this. We have soaked it down with water. I even got my Ferrocerium rod soaked out here, which is fine, which is, you know, just dry it off. But we're still able to produce fire. The tin, I do like the tin idea, guys, because you actually just keep everything all in one secured area. Easy screw on top. But like I said, when you buy your plugs, they come in this right here, and it looks like it's a Mylar lined bag. If I can open it back up. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, we still have some in here. So what we're going to do is replace these that we have already used up. We'll just go ahead and plug in here. That way we have a full can. And I'm going to continue to camp out here tonight because I didn't get to go on my camping trip this week. Yep, all in all, good day, even though I'm in the yard. I still get to have a campfire, still get to have shelter, still get to enjoy being outdoors. I just have to avoid all the loud sirens and everybody else yelling. But I got coffee water boiling.